So the thing is that how do we ensure well-being in the present and in the future, like right now and in the future? That's what the question is. And the Vedic tradition has a lot of, let's say, knowledge about this particular aspect for human beings. Okay, the beings who are on this plane right now with this particular body. Okay, so the first thing which comes is connection with nature. I think that's what the title of this talk is, like connection, how to connect with nature. So the first thing I would like to bring in that is that your body itself, your human body itself, is part of nature, right? It's made of up of the 5 elements. Same way, and the earth is the primary element. Earth, wind, fire, water, ether. So like these are the 5 elements which your body is made of. So the thing is that when you start treating your body properly first, if you start treating your body rightly, you are actually connecting with nature, right? If you just start treating your body properly. Like now human body is like a tool. It's a very advanced machine. Okay, so but it does not come with a sort of, what does it come with? Manual, yes. Like all the devices, like your cameras, everything comes with a manual. But unfortunately from the mother's womb, like we don't have a manual for the human body. It doesn't come with a manual. So people do not know what to do with it, how to use this. Like you have this tool now, what am I going to do with this? Like what is this? So that's where majority of the confusion in this earth happens from. It's from this not knowing what to do with the body. Okay, because all the actions you do are done with the body. Can you do action with the mind? Can you do an action with the mind? Just the mind?
Yes.
Like on this plane, no.
Okay.
You can think anything, but finally when you act, you have to act through the body. I mean, you can have thousands of thoughts, right? Thousands of thoughts, but you can choose which thought you're going to put into action, and that action will come through body. On this plane, action only happens through body. So we have to understand this first very, very clearly, like that action only happens through body, no matter what you are thinking. Thinking does not matter in this. Yeah. So it's very important to understand that, because finally if you control your body, you are automatically controlling your mind. The thing is that like our body is very slow. Human body is very slow. It does not move by itself. Like if I have to raise my hand, I have to tell my hand to raise itself. Then it'll come down when I want it to. Human body does not do anything without you telling it to do it. Okay, it's a very slow thing. Your mind is a very fast thing. It can run away anywhere. It has a lot of speed. Like you are sitting in Sweden right now, but your mind can go to Italy right now, or anywhere in the world. It's very fast, and you cannot control it. Okay, if you try to control the mind directly, first it's fast, you can't see it, you can't get hold of it. But this body is slow, and you can get hold of it, and you can control it. So what is in your hands finally is not controlling the mind, but controlling the body. That's what is in a human's hand. So once you understand that and start controlling the body, you'll find that you'll automatically control the mind. So for control of the body, the first thing which was given in Vedic knowledge was posture. Like right now, people have been put into the posture. It's nice. People are in a nice posture. I can see that. So the posture was like simple, like straight, and then just being straight and centered. So the most emphasis was being in the center. Okay, because not going left or right. Okay, so that was the basic thing which was taught to all children, like when they're 3, 4, 5. Like, right now people, when they go to school, they're not taught that. That's posture, body posture is not what is taught at school. Okay, they start with the ABCD or whatever, the alphabet or whatever, but they don't start with the body posture. Now, without control of the body, you cannot really control anything as a human being. So it should start, the basic education for anything should start with your body posture. Okay, so once you are centered, you'll find that if you hold your posture in a centered way all the time, even when you're standing or anything, if you don't go your neck like this and that, like try to stay centered most of the time, and speak from the center of the mouth as well, like speech also from the center of the mouth, posture straight and speech from the center of the mouth, no matter what language you're speaking, whether you're speaking English or Swedish or whatever, you have to speak from the center of the mouth. For that, there is a good practice. Like, we'll start with this doing a R sound first. Like, when you are in this posture, you just have to tilt your head up like around 30 degrees. People can 30 degrees, the head up like this, and you just have to do a R sound. Open the mouth and just do Okay, everyone. Okay, just head up 30 degrees roundabout and do a R sound. Right. Now what that does is that it centers you. Every time you, and it has multiple uses. Like, what is up there?
Sky?
Yes, anyone else? What is up there?
Everything.
Anything else?
Device.
It's, let's say, ether. Okay, the sky element, ether. Okay, so when you are doing the R to it, R means come. In the Sanskrit root, R means come. So you're allowing the ether element to come into you. You are inviting the ether element. And now ether element controls all the other 4 elements. Earth, fire, air, water. Okay, are controlled by the ether element. So the first you are asking that, you are centering yourself and you are grounding yourself too. Because if this is done like sitting on the ground, you're sitting on the ground. So you are creating a connection between earth and the ether through your body. Like, so you're grounded as well, but you are having the ether element too. And on top of that, you're grounding and centering yourself. And after that, for you to speak centered is much easier once you do this exercise as many times as you can. The more you do this exercise, the more you'll find that you are able to speak from the center. Because in English, the word Saidi, Saidi? Anyone knows the word Saidi here? Oh, it's maybe more American lingo. So, like, Saidi means like a person who speaks from the side of their mouth. Okay? Now that person is considered untrustworthy, unreliable. You cannot trust that person, what that person says. Why? Because that means you're on one side. It's not a good thing. It means you're not in the center. Like, when you become centered, you automatically get a lot of what is called in natural common sense. Natural common sense. And you don't have the problems which people face by going too left, like too emotional, too psychosomatic, and too much in the right, which is too active, and too much into trifles. So there are problems on both left and right side. So for a human being, and the human machine was designed to be in the center. So the whole point of human body was that first you will get it to the center. That was the first basic. And then anything else. For example, like right now in Sweden, people would think that they go hiking, right? Like, so when they're going hiking, they think they're connecting with nature, right? But what I'm saying is that when you're going hiking, you have a backpack on you, that thing, and you're walking and walking, you're actually torturing your body. From a Vedic point of view, you are torturing your body. You're not connecting with nature. And the more you are feeling, like when you do that kind of thing, you're obviously feeling all kinds of stress, and you're feeling like some sort of pressure, and you can't enjoy nature at that time. You're panting and huffing and puffing. You can't like look around and enjoy. Like, to enjoy nature, you have to be in a nice equilibrialized state, like very nice centered state. So the activities which humans have designed now to even connect with nature are not connecting them with nature. And then you're wearing boots, right? And then you're not touching the earth anyways. You have no grounding. You're just torturing your body. And you're not gaining anything. You're not gaining a connection with nature. And I think that's a big problem for all of Scandinavia, pretty much, in the way Scandinavia tries to connect with nature in modern times. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about the current, the right now. So the point is not to torture the body. Like, this is not a rental car. Like how people use a rental car. They just trash it about. Doesn't matter. It's not my car. I don't care. So people are using the body the same way. Like, I don't care what happens. Like, I'm just going to do whatever I feel like doing with it. So that's where the core problem for human beings occurs. All across the earth. Not just here. I'm saying all across the earth. So unless we solve that, we cannot have any real solution to the overall problems which human beings face. So it has to start from the very basic. Like, the important point in connecting with nature actually is being respectful towards it, being gentle towards it. For example, we have this lake behind us, right? Now, how do we connect to this lake? We can either take a run and jump straight into it, head over like straight, take a run and jump straight into it, or we can approach the water gently or touch it gently and get some communion with it. There are two ways we can go about it. So when you just jump straight like that, you are showing a disrespect to nature. You're basically saying that I'm just gonna do what I feel like, and I'm not really respectful of that space or anything. Like, so the attitude in which one has to approach nature has to be respectful and gentle. Then you have a communion with nature. That's how you get a connection with nature. Not just, I'm just gonna do splash and that's all, and I don't care. So the factor called grace comes into it. You like, if you're graceful with nature, the nature will be graceful back to you. If you're gentle with nature, nature will be gentle back to you. If you're respectful to nature, the nature will be respectful back to you. So you have to understand this about nature. Like it is also a living entity. Like everything around us, like the forest, the lake, everything is a living entity, and it understands your intentions. Your intent is clear to it. Just like how you deal with a person. Like if you deal with them in a nice way, then they're nice to you. It's the same kind of thing applies to nature. So connecting with nature requires you being nice to it and gentle with it. So that gentleness is much more a key than just like hiking through it, marauding through it, or trying to overpower it, trying to overcome it. That's a different attitude. Completely different attitude from connection, actual connection. Okay, so one here has to strive to be like, treat the whole thing as one's home, basically, and be nice and easy with it. Take permission. Like, can I have that? Can I touch this? And be nice and gentle. And you will see in time how nature rewards you. It'll reward you with natural sense. And natural sense is a thing which is missing in this world right now, all over the earth, everywhere. Natural common sense is missing because we are not respecting nature and we are not connecting with it in a proper way. So the thing is that one has to have a sense that I'm dealing with everything in a sacred manner. Everything. The more the sense of sacredness comes in your actions with your body, the more you will find that you are getting close to nature. All your psychological problems and issues are going away. You feel that you are evolving in a real sense of the word, and you'll find that all of these things are, and finally it leads to your well-being.